Hey guys, I don't know if anybody can see me yet. I can't see myself on my own YouTube channel. Let's see if you guys can. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can see me. There's Sidian. Hey Sidian. Hey Master Blaster. Yes, Sidian. He does have a third leg. That's great. But I don't know. Somebody, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Uh-oh. I'm starting to show up. All right. So, hey guys, thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate this. This is an excellent thing. I've never done this before, and I just kind of wanted to share and maybe, prep to do some live streams in the future. So, I see a lot of thumbs up. Thanks, guys. And there's a lot of people here. Hey, there's Over Easy Mode. There's Alan from Climate Comics. Oh, OG, although you're not an OG on my channel, you're just buddy. But there's OG Tina. There's Wayne I see in here. Matthew Stivoletti. Master Black. Whoa, we got some royalty in this room here. Hello, Reggie. How are you doing? So, I'm just going to kind of free flow this one a little bit. I have a slight agenda, but like I said, this is so new to me that I'm trying this out. I've been on other people's channels before, but I've never been on my own live stream. In fact, I did one live stream for another guy's channel, Genome Presents. I was on that one for 5 hours that one night. And it was started at 8, and we were up till, it was like almost 1:30 whenever he decided to shut it down. But anyhow, is this all working? Is this freezing up on anybody? Because my screen on my computer is really glitchy. How are you guys doing? Oh, I just see freeze frame. But, all right. So, anyhow, I wanted to show off some books that I had. And, hey, I want to let you know, Reggie, this isn't as easy as it looks when you do it because there's nobody here to interact with you. You can read the comments, but, there's a little bit of just, you're in a room by yourself talking to a computer. So hats off to everyone who does this normally. Okay, I also see some other people have Cheetah, Will, View, Sith Lordly, Kid Collector Comics. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. But hopefully it doesn't stay laggy for long. But anyhow, I'll show off some of the books that I have for Conan. You guys know that I'm a big Conan fan. In fact, just today, I got a new shirt from my son, and he sent this to me, and I'm really stoked about it. So here's a Conan shirt. And all right, so I shut off my computer so that maybe that will take care of some of the lag, and maybe some of you guys can let me know. But anyhow, by Crom. Okay, here we have, this is a, get off of their glare. This is a 2004 Conan #1. This is from Dark Horse. This is actually the first printing. I wasn't sure if it was the second or third. Another, and I have obviously a bunch of Conan books, but I'm just showing slabs. Here is a Conan the Barbarian #3. Love this book. Now, there's a little bit of controversy by this. The guy who owns Mile High Comics, he swears that he manipulated Overstreet Price Guide and that he put out there that this was a low print run. Other than that, nobody has ever heard that this is a low print run, Conan #3. But it, to this day, is still an Overstreet Price Guide as low print run. But you can find copies everywhere. So I don't know if that's true or not. And Jay, to answer your question, I'm streaming from StreamYard. So I don't know if, in fact, you can see StreamYard up in the corner. So I don't know if that's right or not. Hey, Azor's Tiger, how you doing? But, and guys, this is new for me, so I'm trying to read the chat and talk. Like I said, Reggie, hats off to you, bro, because it's a little bit more difficult than it looks, at least for my first time. But, all right, I'm glad somebody just finished the meeting and saw this. Let's see, I'm going to look in the chat. Oh, that's Joe. Excellent. Now this is a dope cover. This is Conan #1. This is a variant cover. I believe this was a 1 in 10 variant for the one that came out in 2019. I just kind of like it. It's him in a um, arena fighting. So, but oh man, and I have these in no particular order, but I show this book off a lot. Some of you guys are like, all right, Matt, put it away. But I can't quit looking at this book. It's such a great book. So, anyhow, the original Conan the Barbarian 9.4. I thought about sending it off. Roy Thomas was at CGC last month for a private signing, and I thought about maybe sending that book getting cracked, but I don't want to mess with it. You know, if it comes back a lower grade, I'd be crushed. But hey, Jaime, how you doing there? And Quest Dog, it's good to see you. I'm usually typing with you on Reggie Collects live streams, and here you are. But ooh, okay. So am I still freezing up, Jay? Because I see you're telling me to check my camera settings. Uh-oh. And so I might still be freezing up. I'm not sure. But hey, how you doing there, Dave? But I was just talking about you in our 5-hour live stream that one night. But here's another. This is the third printing from the Dark Horse. And I got to get that glare off there. Third printing from the Dark Horse Conan #1 from 2004. Now, Master Blaster, as you guys know, he's Little Spoon, I'm Big Spoon. I'm going to let that all up to your imagination, okay? Nothing crazy, just fun gag. But anyhow, when we were in a hotel room before GarageCon, I went on to Shortbox, and this was a book that I was actually going to send to CGC, and I saw it at an awesome price and a 9.8, and so I got this off of Shortbox. Great thing. So I'm going to have to check that, Jay, and this live stream is not going to be super long, but I'm going to have to check with that blurriness, okay? But I'm glad you guys can still hear me. And maybe it just might be my internet connection because it's not the greatest, okay? Yes, sweet Alex Ross is right. But yeah, thanks, Master Blaster. You were there when we got this. Now, this issue, this one's kind of controversial, and I'm putting my fingers over a certain part because this is the nude cover, limited to 3,000. Conan #4. There's a woman, darn blurriness. But anyhow, Conan is sneaking into a temple, and there's a lady in there, and she's topless. So that's where my fingers were. I don't like to put that one online for just obvious reasons. Okay, but yeah, I think it's just my connection, Quest Dog. But all right, that might stop me from doing live streams in the future if that's the issue. But we'll give it a shot again. Now, Frazetta cover right here, Conan. They did a Frazetta series back in 2009, 2010, where they came out with 8 different covers that Frank Frazetta did for Conan, and I love this. This was originally, I believe it was on the book Conan the Conqueror from I think his name is L. Sprang, I forget, anyhow, a writer, not Ronnie Howard. But, and you like Frazetta there, Wesley? Yeah, I'm a big fan too. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad it is clearing up. Okay, good. Here is the second printing of the 2004 Dark Horse series. Yep. Thank you. L. Sprang to Camp. Sometimes when you're live, with things that you know very well, just, you get a little mind blank, and that's exactly what happened. So thank you for dropping that knowledge on me, Dave. But anyhow, this one, I'm kind of stoked about this. This is not my favorite art, okay? In fact, you guys can see the picture of my camera flashing back at me. This is not my favorite art, but I love this Greg Hildebrandt cover for this Conan #1. This is brain farts, right, Reggie? Anyhow, this is a 1 in 500 variant for Conan #1. And I had to snag that up. What kind of major Conan guy cannot have a 1 in 500 and 9.8? Yes, that does happen to you, Reg. Good. I'm glad to hear that the royalty of YouTube, it happens to them too. It kind of makes me feel just a little bit better. So thank you very much on that. So anyhow, 3 more slabs here. And this this one just came back in the mail last week, actually. This was the last Marvel book that was Conan. It's Foom number 14. I never had it. I knew what it was. I knew what I needed, but it's still a Master Blaster. I think I held off on getting that book for as long as I did. I mean, years. I didn't get Foom 14 for years. And I think the reason I did was once I got that book, my hunt was over. Like my quest to collect every single Conan book, well, the original Marvel run anyhow, it was over. So I ended up getting that. And when I got it originally, the package was just destroyed. It was smashed. I sent some pictures on Instagram of it, but it still wasn't completely broken open. So I sent it back to CGC to have it reslabbed, and they just sent it back to me. And thank goodness it didn't completely destroy the slab. So it stayed a 9.8. This is a hard book to get in 9.8. So I was kind of happy to get that. And Savage Sword, another magazine from the 70s. I loved these magazines from the 70s. Marvel put these out so that they did not have to follow the comic code. And they didn't. The stories are a lot grittier. They're a lot darker. I was on Reggie's channel a week ago. Actually, yeah, it was a week ago. And he was asking me some really good stories to jump in on. Honestly, some of the stories in Savage Sword of Conan are phenomenal because they don't follow the comic code. And while they're not quite completely graphic, they're a lot grittier and darker stories. And honestly, when you're talking about a barbarian and stuff, you kind of want a little grittier than what some of the comic codes would allow. So this is Savage Sword of Conan, number 1. This came out in 1974. And again, I had to hunt down a 9.8. Not all of my books need to be a 9.8. And that's the gosh honest truth. But there are certain books that I want to get as high grade as possible. Yep. Is Reggie's words. You reach your goal. Yep. That's right. So, and here, anybody who is a Man-Thing fan, and oh my gosh, every time I say that, I catch the irony of what I'm saying. But anyhow, the character's name really is Man-Thing. And if you're a fan of Man-Thing, this is his first appearance. So, yeah, this is a cool book. Savage Tales, number 1. This came out in 1971. To answer your question, Mark, I have been getting the Frost Giant's Daughter comic. All the Ablaze I've been getting. In fact, everyone I've been getting like all of the covers. So I'm starting to hope Ablaze quits printing these comic books so I don't have to keep tracking down random covers. And some of them are 1 in 10 prints. Some of them are 1 in 20. And the fact is that, you know, Blaze doesn't sell like Marvel does. So it's hard to get those 1 in 20s. But you're not going to judge Quest Dog for fans of Man-Thing. That is great. But that's a good question, Matt. I put a offer in for that 0.5 ASM annual one. And I think it was a reasonable offer, but I never got word back from it. And I looked a couple days later and it was off of the website. So it's not there. You know, surprisingly, Over Easy, that is a true book. There really, truly was a giant-sized Man-Thing comic book that came out in the 70s. And you know that the guys at Marvel, you know, the House of Ideas, you know that they were cracking up about that. But, hey, Warlord, good to see you. But anyhow, so, guys, if you guys some comments in, or if you want to put some questions in the comments, you know, I'll answer them. But I was just really excited to try to get this first live stream out. I've never done this, and hopefully I can do some more in the future. But hey, Lois, good to see you, man. Thanks for the, thank you very much. But if you guys would let me know in the chat, how is the quality now? Is it better or is it still choppy? Oh, thanks for the CGC submission, or thanks for the good luck on that. I just sent off 25 books as soon as I got home from work today. I went straight to the post office and that sent it off. But a favorite Conan story arc? Oh, that's a good one. You know, I do, and I cannot think of the name of it. It's the story arc of where he meets Belit, who is a she pirate, and it was probably Conan's best love in all of the storylines. And I'm gonna have to get back with you. There's a name for that story. It was written in Weird Tales in the 30s, but I just kind of forget about it. But I'm glad you like it, Jamie or Jaime. Is it Jaime or Jamie? Because I know a guy named Jamie Sandoval, and I know a Jaime, so I don't know how to pronounce your name. But Queen of the Black Coast. Dave, I need you on here as a guest because you're dropping knowledge for me, and I'm the Conan guy. But as Reggie says, it's brain fart time. So Queen of the Black Coast is my favorite Conan storyline. But you have an ASM 13 you're going to send to CGC. That's a great book to send down there. But so just looking in the chat, and I'm using my phone as my camera. Yeah, it films in 4K, and I'm hoping it does good. So I just got to use my finger to scroll up and down. I did have my computer open, but whenever we were having some of the glitch problems, I wanted to shut the computer down just to save some bandwidth. Hopefully that helped. But all right, guys. Hey, I really appreciate you guys showing up. So, you go by both? Okay. So, all right. So I'm assuming it is Jaime, but people just call you Jamie. But anyhow, guys, I really appreciate you guys showing up and being a part of my first live stream. And I hope to do more of these in the future. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching and have a great night.